My girlfriend said, "Don't wait up tonight." Later, I saw her location, the airport. I canceled her tickets and waited. When she called from a stranger's phone, whispering my name, I knew something was wrong. I never thought I'd be writing this. Hell, I never thought I'd be the guy checking his girlfriend's location at 2 a.m. like some paranoid lunatic. But here we are. My name's Ryan. I'm 28, work in IT consulting, and up until 3 nights ago, I thought I had my life pretty much figured out. I'd been dating Emma for 2.5 years. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue, hit it off immediately, moved in together after about 14 months. She was a marketing coordinator for a tech startup downtown, beautiful, funny, the kind of person who could walk into a room and just light it up. Everyone loved her. My parents loved her. My friends loved her. I loved her. Or at least I loved who I thought she was. It started on a Wednesday night. I'd gotten home from work around 6:30 and Emma was already dressed to go out, tight black dress, heels, full makeup. She looked incredible, but something felt off. We hadn't talked about her going anywhere that evening. "Hey, babe," I said, dropping my laptop bag by the door. "You look amazing. What's the occasion?" She barely looked up from her phone. "Oh, just meeting some of the girls from work. Linda's birthday thing. I told you about it, remember?" I didn't remember. Emma usually talked my ear off about work events, gave me every detail about who was going and where they'd be. This felt rushed. "Right, yeah," I said anyway. "What time will you be back?" "Don't wait up tonight," she said, finally looking at me. Her smile was tight. "You know how these things go. We'll probably hit a couple bars, maybe do karaoke, could be late." "Okay, want me to pick you up later?" No, I'll just Uber home, don't worry about it." She kissed me on the cheek, quick, perfunctory, and was out the door before I could say anything else. The whole interaction took maybe 90 seconds. I ordered Thai food, played some Xbox, caught up on a show we'd been watching together. Around 11 p.m., I texted her. "Hope you're having fun, love you." No response. By midnight, I was in bed, scrolling through my phone. Still nothing from Emma. That's when I did something I'm not proud of. I opened Find My Friends. We'd shared our locations with each other early in the relationship, back when it felt like a cute couple thing to do, not a surveillance tool. Her little icon was moving, fast. I zoomed out on the map. She was headed toward the airport. My stomach dropped. I sat up in bed, staring at my phone like it might suddenly make sense. Why the hell would she be going to the airport at midnight? For a work birthday party? I called her. It rang 4 times and went to voicemail. I called again, same thing. My mind was racing. Maybe Linda's birthday thing was actually a surprise trip. But Emma would have told me about that. She always told me everything, or so I thought. I opened my laptop and logged into our shared Google account. We used it for calendars and shared expenses. I pulled up her Gmail. I know, it's a massive invasion of privacy. But something in my gut was screaming that something was very, very wrong. The most recent email was from Southwest Airlines. Flight confirmation for tomorrow morning, 6:45 a.m. departure to Cancun. Return flight Sunday evening. 4 days in Mexico. 1 passenger, Emma Richardson. My hands were shaking as I scrolled through her inbox. There were hotel confirmations, car rental reservations, all for 1 person. Then I found them. The text message backups that automatically saved to her email because she'd set up some app last year and apparently forgot about it. Messages with someone saved as Drew Work. The most recent one, from 8:47 p.m. tonight. "Leaving now, can't wait to see you, already at the gate." I scrolled up, days of messages, weeks, maybe months. "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. 4 days alone together, I'm counting down the hours. Just booked my flight. Same airline as you, different confirmation so Ryan won't see." Ryan, my name, right there in her messages to another man. I didn't sleep. I sat there reading every single message, torturing myself with the details. Drew was apparently a consultant her company had hired for some project. They'd met 6 months ago. The affair started around 4 months ago, right around the time Emma had started working late more often, right around the time she'd become more distant in bed, more secretive with her phone. By 3 a.m., I'd made a decision. I logged into her Southwest account. I knew her password because we'd booked a trip together last year and she'd saved it in our password manager. I found her Cancun flight, and I canceled it. The confirmation email went to her inbox. I didn't care. I wanted her to know, then I drove to the airport. I don't know what I was planning to do. Confront her. Watch her panic when she couldn't board. Maybe I just needed to see it with my own eyes. Needed to confirm that this wasn't some horrible misunderstanding. I parked in the short-term lot and walked into Terminal 2. The southwest gates were mostly empty at 4 a.m., just a handful of early morning travelers slouched in plastic chairs. I found a spot near gate 17, her departure gate, and waited. At 5:30 a.m. I saw her. She was wearing jeans and a hoodie now, pulling a small roller bag behind her hair in a messy bun. She looked casual, comfortable, happy. She went straight to the check-in kiosk. I watched her tap at the screen, watched her expression change from neutral to confused to panicked. She tried her phone, tapped at the kiosk again, then hurried to the ticket counter. I was too far away to hear the conversation, but I could see the gestures, the stressed hand movements, the ticket agent shaking her head, Emma pulling out her phone, frantically typing. My phone buzzed, a text from her. "Hey babe, weird question, but did you do something with my Southwest account?" I didn't respond. Another buzz. "Ryan, seriously, I need to know. My flight was canceled and they're saying it was done from my account." I watched her at the counter. She was on her phone now, calling someone, probably trying to call me, but I'd put my phone on silent. Then she turned. Her eyes scanned the terminal, and for just a second I thought she saw me. But she didn't. She was looking past me, searching for someone else. That's when I saw him. Tall, maybe 62, dark hair, wearing an expensive-looking leather jacket. He walked up to Emma with a rolling bag of his own, and she immediately grabbed his arm, talking rapidly, showing him her phone. Drew had to be, I felt sick. They talked for maybe 5 minutes. Emma was clearly upset, close to tears. Drew kept touching her shoulder, her back, trying to calm her down. Finally, they walked over to the ticket counter together, and I heard fragments of their conversation with the agent. "Rebook on the next available flight. Not until 3 p.m. Different airline, maybe?" I'd seen enough. I stood up and walked directly toward them. Emma saw me when I was maybe 10 feet away. Her face went white. "Ryan, hey babe," I said, my voice eerily calm. "Funny seeing you here. Thought you were at Linda's birthday thing. Ryan, I can explain. Can you?" I looked at Drew. "You must be the work consultant." Drew had the decency to look uncomfortable. "Listen, man, I don't care what you think," I cut him off. I turned back to Emma. For months you've been lying to me. 4 months of working late and girls' nights and God knows what else." "Ryan, please, not here." "Why not here? You were perfectly fine lying to me everywhere else." I could feel people staring now, but I didn't care. "I read the messages, Emma, all of them. I know everything." She started crying. "I was going to tell you. I swear I was going to tell you." "When? When were you going to tell me? Before or after your romantic vacation to Cancun?" Drew stepped forward. "Look, man, maybe you two should talk about this in private. Maybe you should shut the fuck up," I snapped. "You knew she had a boyfriend, you knew we lived together, and you went after her anyway." "It's not like that. It's exactly like that." I looked back at Emma. "You know what the worst part is? I would have forgiven you. If you'd come to me, if you'd been honest, if you'd said you weren't happy anymore, I would have been devastated, but I would have understood. But you didn't. You lied. You snuck around. You made me feel crazy for wondering why you were so distant." "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Ryan, I'm so sorry." "Yeah, me too." I turned and walked away. Behind me, I heard Emma calling my name, but I didn't stop. I walked through the terminal, out to the parking lot, got in my car, and drove home. Update 1, that was 3 days ago. I haven't spoken to Emma since the airport. When I got home that morning, I texted her. "Get your stuff out of the apartment by Sunday. I don't want to be here when you do it." She tried calling me 17 times that first day. 17. I ignored every single one. She left voicemails, crying, apologizing, begging me to let her explain. I deleted them without listening all the way through. My best friend Marcus came over Thursday night with beer and pizza. I told him everything. "Holy shit, man," he said, shaking his head. "Emma, I never would have thought." "Yeah, well, neither did I. You okay?" "No, but I will be." Friday morning, I woke up to a text from an unknown number. "This is Drew. I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I think you should know that Emma broke things off with me at the airport. She said she made a terrible mistake and that she loves you. I'm not trying to cause more problems, just thought you should know." I blocked the number. Friday afternoon, Emma came by with her mom to get her stuff. I made sure I was gone. Went to Marcus's place and helped him reorganize his garage for 3 hours just to kill time. When I got back, the apartment felt empty. All her clothes gone from the closet. Her toiletries gone from the bathroom. The little succulent she kept on the windowsill gone. There was a note on the kitchen counter, handwritten on the back of a grocery receipt. "Ryan, I know sorry isn't enough. I know I destroyed everything we had. You deserved so much better than what I did to you. I was selfish and stupid, and I hate myself for hurting you. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I need you to know that what I had with Drew wasn't real. It was an escape from my own issues, and I dragged you down with my cowardice. You are the best man I've ever known. Please take care of yourself. I crumpled it up and threw it in the trash. Update 2, it's been 2 weeks now. I'm doing better, I think. Therapy helps. My therapist says what I'm feeling, the anger, the betrayal, the random crying jags at 2 a.m., is all completely normal. Work has been a good distraction. I've been taking on extra projects, staying at the office until 7 or 8 p.m. most nights. Anything to avoid coming home to an empty apartment that still smells faintly like her perfume. My mom called me last Sunday. Apparently Emma had called her, crying, asking if there was any chance I'd be willing to talk to her. I told her that's up to you, sweetheart, Mom said. But between you and me, you're better off. If she could lie to you like that, who knows what else she was capable of. Thanks, Mom. Have you thought about dating again? Mom, it's been 2 weeks. I know, I'm just saying when you're ready, you're a catch. Some woman is going to be very lucky. I appreciated the sentiment, even if I wasn't anywhere close to ready. Marcus set me up on a dating app, Hinge, I think. I swiped through a few profiles but couldn't bring myself to match with anyone. Every woman I saw I compared to Emma. It wasn't fair to them. Then last Wednesday I got a message on LinkedIn from Emma's friend Jess, one of the girls from work who was supposedly at that birthday party. Hey Ryan, I heard what happened. I'm so sorry. I wanted you to know that Emma lied to me too. She told me she was going on a work trip that week and asked me to cover for her if you reached out. I had no idea about Drew until after everything blew up. I feel terrible. You didn't deserve any of this. I responded. Thanks for telling me, not your fault. She replied almost immediately. If it helps at all, Emma got fired. The company has a strict policy about relationships with external consultants, and when everything came out, they let her go. Drew's contract was terminated too. I'd be lying if I said that didn't give me a small, petty sense of satisfaction. Update 3, 1 month since the airport. I've stopped crying. I've stopped checking her social media. I'd blocked her, but I have a burner Instagram account I used to creep on her profile. Don't judge me. I've stopped writing angry texts that I never send. Last Friday night, Marcus dragged me to a bar downtown. You need to get out of your head, he said. Come on, just one drink. One drink turned into 4, and somewhere around midnight I was actually having a good time. Not thinking about Emma, not wondering where she was or what she was doing, just being present. That's when I saw her. Emma, at the same bar, with the same friend Jess who'd messaged me on LinkedIn. Our eyes met across the room. She looked different, thinner, tired. Her hair was shorter. She looked like she was about to come over, but I turned away and headed straight for the bathroom. When I came out, Marcus intercepted me. Emma's outside. She wants to talk to you. I don't want to talk to her. I know, but maybe you should. Maybe it'll give you closure. Against my better judgment, I went outside. Emma was standing by the curb, hugging herself against the cold. Hey, she said softly. Hey, silence. Cars passed on the street. Someone laughed inside the bar. How are you? She asked. I'm fine. Ryan, her voice cracked. I know you hate me. I know I ruined everything. But I need you to know that I regret it every single day. Every single day I wake up and I remember what I had with you, what I threw away, and I can't breathe sometimes because of how much I miss you. I looked at her. Really looked at her. A month ago, this speech would have destroyed me. Would have made me want to comfort her, to tell her it would be okay. Now, I just felt tired. Emma, I don't hate you, I said. I did for a while. But now I just feel nothing, and that's worse, isn't it? You wanted a reaction, and I don't have one anymore. Please, she whispered. Isn't there any chance? No. I was surprised by how firm my voice sounded. There's no chance. You killed what we had, and even if I could forgive you, which I can't, I could never trust you again. What kind of relationship would that be? She was crying now, mascara running down her cheeks. I just want you to know that I loved you. I do love you. I made a mistake. A mistake is forgetting to pay a bill, I interrupted. A mistake is double booking a dinner reservation. What you did was a choice. A series of choices over and over again for 4 months. You chose to lie to me. You chose to sleep with him. You chose to plan a vacation behind my back. Those weren't mistakes. Ryan, I hope you figure your shit out, Emma. I really do, but I can't be part of that process. Take care of yourself. I walked back into the bar without looking back. Update 4, 6 weeks out now. Spring is here, which feels weirdly symbolic. New beginnings and all that crap. I signed a lease on a new apartment across town. Smaller than the old place, but it's mine. No memories of Emma in every room. No ghosts. My therapist says I'm making good progress. I'm sleeping better, eating better. I even went on an actual date last week. Nothing serious, just coffee with a woman named Sarah who works in the building next to mine. She was nice, pretty, easy to talk to. We might go out again, or we might not. Either way, it felt good to know that I could do it, that I wasn't broken. I ran into Emma's brother at the grocery store yesterday. He looked uncomfortable when he saw me. "Hey man," he said, "how have you been?" "Good, you?" "Good, good." Pause. "Listen, I just want to say what Emma did was fucked up. Our whole family liked you. We're pissed at her. I appreciate that. She's not doing great, you know. She moved back in with our parents. She's been applying for jobs, but no luck yet. I think she's depressed." I didn't know what to say to that. Part of me, the part that spent 2.5 years loving this woman, felt bad. But the larger part, the part that she'd betrayed, just felt empty. "I hope she gets help," I said finally. "I really do." And I meant it. Not because I wanted to get back together, not because I forgave her, but because holding on to anger was exhausting and I was done being exhausted. Final update, it's been 3 months. I'm writing this from my new apartment, sitting on a couch I picked out myself, drinking coffee from a mug that doesn't have any shared memories attached to it. The other day, someone asked me if I believed in closure. I said no. There's no neat bow on this story, no moment where everything suddenly made sense. Emma cheated, I found out we broke up, that's it. Real life doesn't have the satisfying endings that movies promise. But I'm okay. Actually, I'm better than okay. I'm learning what it means to be whole on my own without attaching my self-worth to someone else's opinion of me. I'm rediscovering hobbies I'd let slide. I'm rock climbing again, I'm reading more, I'm even learning to cook beyond just ordering takeout. Sarah and I are still seeing each other. It's casual, undefined, and that's exactly what I need right now. She knows about Emma. She knows I'm still figuring things out. And she's patient with me in a way that feels healthy, not codependent. I heard through the grapevine that Emma and Drew actually got back together about a month ago. They're officially dating now, apparently. When Marcus told me, he watched my face carefully, waiting for a reaction. I just shrugged. Good for them, I guess. And I meant it, not in a bitter, sarcastic way, but genuinely. If they make each other happy, fine, it's not my problem anymore. I removed Emma from Find My Friends. Deleted all our photos from my phone. Unfollowed her on every platform, not out of anger, just out of necessity. You can't move forward if you're constantly looking backward. The apartment feels like home now. I have friends over for game nights. I've been going to trivia at a pub on Tuesday nights. I adopted a cat from the shelter, an orange tabby named Mango who's currently asleep on my lap as I type this. Life is quiet, simple. And for the first time in months, that doesn't feel lonely. It feels peaceful. I don't know what the future holds. Maybe Sarah and I will become something serious. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll meet someone else entirely. Maybe I'll be single for a while. All of that is okay. Because here's what I've learned, I'm not afraid of being alone anymore. I'm not desperate for someone to validate my existence. I'm just me, and that's enough. Emma made her choice. I made mine. And my choice was to value myself enough to walk away from someone who didn't value me. That's not the ending I wanted 3 months ago, but it's the ending I needed. Edit 1. A lot of people are asking if I ever got a real apology from Emma. The note she left was the closest thing. We haven't spoken since that night outside the bar. I don't plan to. Edit 2, yes, I kept the cat. Mango is the best decision I've made in months. 1010 recommend adopting a pet when you're going through hard times. Edit 3, to the person who DM'd me asking if I'd take Emma back if she showed up at my door tomorrow, no. Hell no, respect yourself enough to know when someone has shown you exactly who they are. Believe them the first time.